Water is essential for your plants, but too much can be just as harmful as too little. Overwatering is one of the most common errors, often made by well-meaning growers eager to keep their plants hydrated. Unfortunately, when roots sit in waterlogged soil for too long, they can't access oxygen, which causes the roots to begin to suffocate. Due to the plant's inability to breathe, its nutrient uptake is disrupted, and root rot will set in and stunt the plant's growth. Good for us, the signs of overwatering are often easy to spot if you know what to look for. Yellowing leaves are one of the most common symptoms. When this occurs, the plant is signaling that its roots are unable to effectively absorb nutrients. A drooping plant is another telltale sign, but this is where things can get a bit confusing. Overwatered plants often droop in a way that mimics underwatered ones. To distinguish between the two, make sure to focus on the details of the plant and soil condition. For example, in underwatered plants, the soil will look dry and cracked, and the foliage will appear to curl and be brown at the tips. Conversely, overwatered plants typically have leaves that look heavy, swollen, and overly lush. The leaves may feel soft and floppy and often curl downward in a condition sometimes referred to as clawing. Similarly, the soil will feel constantly wet and may become soggy and compacted. Overwatering can also create an environment ripe for musty odors or algae growth, which are clear red flags that your plants are getting too much water. The good news is that overwatering can be treated and is entirely preventable with a few thoughtful practices. Before you water, always check the soil moisture. A simple way to do this is either by acquiring a moisture meter. For those of you who would appreciate a more traditional approach, could always stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's still damp, wait a bit longer. If you want to be more proactive and consistent, you can also establish a proper watering schedule for your plants. Cannabis thrives on a wet-dry cycle, which means you water thoroughly and then allow the soil to dry out before watering again. You could also utilize well-draining soil mixes with components like perlite or coco coir. Finally, ensure the pots you are using have sufficient drainage holes to allow excess water to escape. Proper drainage is key to preventing the roots from sitting in soggy soil.